Public servants were given an update on Wednesday, November 23rd on government's service-wide job analysis conducted by KPMG BVI Limited, the company contracted by Cabinet to undertake the assessment of government employees. Currently, in its second phase, the survey conducted in September is being carried out to critically review the current roles and structures and identify where efficiencies in the public service can be achieved. During the meeting, KPMG representative Jennifer Oram outlined the scope of the various phases of the job analysis, which include ensuring government employees are carrying out what is in their job descriptions.
The first thing that we need to do is to assess whether job descriptions relate accurately to actual tasks carried out. So just to check that what is in people's job descriptions is what people are actually doing. To analyse organisation charts to see if the structures are able to assist in improving efficiencies. To produce and publish accurate listings of job descriptions. So as I mentioned in the first point, some people's job descriptions might not accurately reflect what it is that they're doing. What we're trying to do is make sure that these are all updated. We're also looking at identifying environmental factors, so hazardous conditions that some people face within their roles. And then to consider technology and where any improvements in current technology or future technology could help people's roles.
During the planning and discussion stages of the job analysis, KPMG representatives spoke with a wide range of public officers on a number of issues that could affect work performance, such as being exposed to hazardous working conditions. According to Oram, these discussions revealed that many public servants believe they are working in conditions that are not linked to their role.
We had discussions on hazardous working conditions and we got people to give examples of these. And it's important to note that hazardous working conditions are things that are specific to your role, things that only affect you in your particular job and the tasks that you have to carry out. And the key findings coming from it is that many employees felt that they had specific working conditions that aren't necessarily linked to their roles, so a number of things about the particular buildings that they're in, and so if that person was to carry out that role in a different building, that hazard wouldn't be there. And the majority of hazards came from field workers, and this is what you would expect, but there are a number of office-based hazards as well, and this is something that we did discuss in the workshops. Things like the potential to be encountering volatile members of the public, etc. So just because we have a number of office-based members of staff within public service, this doesn't mean that they don't have hazards reflected within their roles.
One question raised during the meeting was whether or not the information collected at the end of the job analysis would be used to create performance manuals for public servants. Oram said that the analysis should help to make the development of such manuals much easier.
There is a need for better process manuals within departments, and that is something that should be a lot easier to do as a result of the job analysis, because once we've gone through the organisation charts, once you're able to identify areas that sort of need improvements, that drives this whole process of getting your manuals together and your process notes. In terms of the second part of your query there, what was the second? Performance management, yeah, exactly. The job descriptions at the moment don't fully link into performance management process. And what we plan to do is make sure that the competencies are brought into the job descriptions. It will also focus more on the objectives of what you're there to achieve in your role. So that objective can link straight into your performance management process. So it brings that link much closer together and should hopefully improve that process.
The job analysis, which is spearheaded by the Department of Human Resources under the Deputy Governor's Office's portfolio, is expected to be conducted in 6 phases, namely planning, investigation, analysis, documentation, strategic review, and recommendations.